My name is Jeffrey Alsop. I'm 27. I've been in our brother's place since September of 2013. I found it through 802 North Broad. It's a place that helps you find placement in the shelter system.
I lost my job with Eastman Chemical Company. It was a plant down in Tennessee. They were laying off a lot of people, which is why I decided to come back to Pennsylvania and move with my dad.
I think one of the biggest misconceptions about homelessness is that it's solved or eradicated by giving someone a home, because that's not the solution. I don't believe that's the solution. I believe there is a lot that led to someone being homeless, and that doesn't disappear just because you gave them somewhere to live.
So I kind of broke a few rules. I got caught with the DUI for smoking marijuana going up the road. My parents told me I had like a month to find another place to live. I knew I was going to be on the streets because I didn't know many people. So I decided to come to Philadelphia because Doylestown doesn't offer many resources for someone that's homeless.
Homelessness is everywhere. It's in the suburban communities and in the rural communities. It's in summer camps. In the suburban communities, it's a real problem because they don't have the social services developed, nor do they have affordable housing out there. And in fact, the zoning laws out there make sure that there's no affordable housing in certain communities. The suburban rich areas are having a worse problem than, say, in Philadelphia, because we can bring in families, we have a lot of services, and we can get them back on their feet a lot quicker than they can in suburban and rural communities and all.
We're gonna go to the Temple Library so I can check my email and see if I have any upcoming studies next week, so I can plan next week. And after that, we're gonna go up to the Temple Hospital to do an MRI, which is a current study that I'm doing. I feel like a lot of people view homeless people as like they're just lazy and they're not trying hard enough. And there's homeless people out there that actually try to get back on their feet.
Men are proactive in trying to find money, but the reality is they don't always do it in a way that's appropriate or that is probably most beneficial to their health and well-being. Out of all the men that we see, I would say he would be an exception.
The study went well, but halfway through the MRI machine kept messing up. The good thing about it is they still paid me for today, and I have to redo it next week, and they're gonna pay me again, so it worked out well for me.
They're resourceful when it especially comes to when they're doing the research. I know of one gentleman who basically that was his living, is to go from one research assignment to the next and then get paid for it. We try to direct them into legitimate jobs because, again, it's safe for them to make the money and to be able to garner and build skills. It's very limited with under-the-table jobs.
My ideal job would probably be, of course it's gonna be in the field of technology somewhere. I wanna go to ITT Tech. Being in the shelter system right now, it would be a good time for me to go to school. And hopefully, I mean, if I land something as small as data entry position, it would be fine to up the programming eventually. I always save like half of what I make. And by save, I mean put away and keep away. I spend a lot on food unintentionally by just learning what I can and can't buy with my food stamps. I have to end up using my bank card, which, I mean, I get coffees a lot, but other than that, I hardly try to not to spend my money unless it's something I need. I run in a program called Back on My Feet. We meet on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays in the morning at 5, and we go run about 1 or 2 miles. And you rack up miles. And the more you rack up, like they help you when you go get your own place, or they'll help you with legal problems, school. I mean, it's a really good organization.
We encourage communal atmosphere. We try to make and do some fun, just to break up the monotony of the pressure that happens here. And I encourage all staff just to be open, to be honest, to answer questions, and let them know if we don't know, and we'll find out for you.
There's a lot of help out there for seniors and veterans. When these places get funding, that's who they shoot for. Organization will rather spend the money on seniors and veterans and people that are older. I'm able to get the help because I have a few mental problems, so that qualified me for being able to find housing, because I have depression and social anxiety.
Kids don't come in with a mental health diagnosis. Parents don't come in with a mental health diagnosis and all. And that's a huge problem because it's national research suggests that 90% of all families, that the head of household, typically a female, has some type of trauma in her life, and that's a causative factor for why they're homeless.
I currently take Celexa for depression, Neurontin, I use that as a mood stabilizer, Remeron for sleep, and then I take Klonopin for social anxiety. I'm gonna see if I can find my friend Mikey. He's a good friend of mine, and I just want to see if he's around. He lives outside, and he's normally up and down 10th Street somewhere. Mikey, he didn't feel like answering questions. I think he got a little shy. It's easy to make friends because, you know, you're all in the same situation, so you have something in common. There's a lot of good people on the streets right now. I mean, there's some people that are really nice. To look into all the resources available to them, because even to this day, you have a lot of older people that are homeless, and they don't know how to use the internet and like look up all the resources throughout the city that are made available to help them out.
We have a lot of men coming from different backgrounds, and some of them, especially our returning citizens who have been incarcerated for decades, they're getting used to technology.
Typically, they're not homeless because they don't have a home. They had a home, something happened. They can go back, or they might not be able to go back.
A big misconception is the person with 10 layers of clothes, the shopping cart with all the cans in them. It's not the case. We have a lot of men here who have skills, have college degrees, and just for one reason or another, there's a wrong turn taken and they've not been able to recover. They're not all out to get you and to live and to feed off the system.
If I was to take anything away from being homeless, it would, it'd always be to plan ahead and never think nothing will ever bad will happen to you. Like, because I came from, a pretty well-off family, so a few times I thought, I was like, oh, nothing bad will ever happen, I won't ever, be in this kind, be poor, but look where I am now.
The face of homelessness is not so cookie cutter as what people may see. Homelessness could look, different for anyone.